That's Governor Rick Perry armed with an AR-15 showing off his shooting ability ahead of his speech at the NRA Convention in Houston. The NRA in Texas this weekend preaching its message of continued gun ownership and proliferation. Meanwhile, a local church offering a free CHL class. Yep, a church is doing it. Fox 4's Calvert Collins joining us now from Dallas with the details. Calvert.
Yeah, Heather, not exactly the likeliest of places you would expect a lesson like that, but surprisingly, you might not actually know it. Gun ownership in the United States is down to about 34% of households last year compared to 43% in the 1990s. Now, Texas is slightly above the national average, which is why the NRA chose to spread that message here.
Welcome to Texas, ladies and gentlemen.
While the debate over assault rifles, high-capacity magazines, and universal background checks continues in Washington, Governor Rick Perry assured NRA loyalists in Houston all guns are welcome in Texas.
Obviously, in Texas and the NRA are almost a perfect fit. Because in Texas, we believe in freedom, we believe in personal responsibility, and we believe in the God-given right for people to have peace of mind, to defend themselves and their family.
Perry admitted he's a proud lifetime member of the NRA, and despite some public backlash to its positions, some Texas lawmakers support the organization and say they will fight to uphold the Second Amendment.
And it seems to me that when the Constitution says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, it means that right shall not be infringed.
An unlikely group is also recognizing the need for responsible gun ownership.
It's a service to our community. People are getting them.
So this Navy SEAL turned children's pastor is teaching a free CHL class to anyone who wants to attend. And it's at First Baptist Wiley.
We're very well aware that there are folks who will never walk through the doors of a church if it's not for something like this.
Of the 300 registered spots so far, only 50 are members of the Wiley megachurch. Pastor Scott Phillips used to teach fellow Navy SEALs how to use their combat weapons. Tomorrow, he will teach everyday folks the fundamentals of a handgun in case they ever need to use it.
Our prayer is that nobody ever has to use their handgun to defend themselves or their friends or their loved ones.
Now, that class runs again tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. at First Baptist Wiley. Now, that's just the class portion. A number of those who've already registered have already shot the 50 rounds they need for the CHL application. Another 30 plan to do so after the class at a gun range nearby. Heather?
All right, so Calvert, church, I guess it kind of seems like sort of an odd place, odd venue to hold this training. And I know it's put on by the pastor, but why did he choose to do it on church property? Because they could have done it somewhere else.
Well, exactly. It was actually an idea from the senior pastor at this church, and they say, you know, we have an eclectic mix of ministry, of congregation with 4,000 members, and they felt like it would be a really good gathering place for a lot of people where they felt safe, they didn't feel intimidated, and they say, you know, their message is to serve. You remember the one put on a couple of weeks ago in Kennedale for the Chris Kyle. That was at a school, a kind of a similar message, you know, someplace that's all-encompassing and inclusive.
All right, makes sense. Calvert Collins live for us tonight. Thank you.